The sentences range from 2 to 10 years for being gay in San Francisco. Pretty crazy. You know what? This will cure you. You like you like sleeping with other dudes? How are you gonna like prison, buddy? You think of that one? Not so funny now, is it?
They didn't think that one all the way
They
through.
didn't think that one through. No. Today's episode of Macrodosing is brought to you by Row Sparks. They are a 2-in-1 prescription treatment for stronger, harder erections. They hit the bloodstream faster because they dissolve under the tongue, and getting hard faster means having more sex. After they dissolve, they work in 15 minutes on average. Row Sparks can give guys thicker, longer erections than you usually have because they get fuller. Row Sparks give you the boost to last longer, so it's more fun for you both. They stay in your system up to 36 hours, so you can go back to back to back, round after round. You can be ready the morning after. Be ready with Row Sparks. With Row Sparks, you can get the erection that you've wanted. Row connects guys with a medical provider 100% online. There's no awkward conversation. There's no in-person visit. If approved, treatment ships directly to your door. And if prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off Sparks on a recurring plan. Connect with a provider at row.co/macro. Find out if prescription Row Sparks are right for you. That's ro.co/macro. Get 15% off your first order.
Macro fucking Dosians. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. It is our 4th year in business. Happy birthday.
Well,
everybody. What is it?
We've done 4 years. It's now our 5th year.
We're going into our 5th year.
Well, yeah, okay. So we have completed 4 revolutions around the sun as a podcast. It is our official birthday. Everybody clap it up for that. That's dope. That's amazing.
Wait, so what day was the actual first episode?
I believe we might have missed it by a day or two just with recording schedule, but I believe it was, let's see, I have it right here. February 23rd, it says 23rd or 24th.
Oh, so it was a few days ago.
It was a few days ago. But this is our also 200th episode.
200th.
So we're combining it.
200th
Topical sorry.
episode.
Yes.
200th topical episode. 4-year birthday. It's an amazing day to be a Macrodosian. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to us.
Yay.
Shout out to everybody involved. Shout out to everybody not involved. You know what I'm saying? It's a good day to be on Earth.
Did you think this would go 4 years?
I try to not go into things with any kind of expectations, brother. Like, I don't go into relationships with expectations. I don't go into friendships with expectations. So I was like, we'll see where it goes. I didn't know where it was gonna go. I don't know how long it was gonna go. I know you didn't. You
I had no idea. I was just curious from your perspective because like I work here. Like if this show didn't work, I would have gone and done something else. But like you kind of work here, but like if like this was your thing, so like.
Well, no. So I just don't go into things assuming they're gonna fail, right? Like, and like what does a success even mean, right? So you have to like define your boundaries with that. I've noticed in either business or personal things in general. So I went in thinking it was good. It was like experimental because I had a really successful podcast before this, and that I did solo that I just wasn't into doing all the back end work, and then transitioning into this, me and Eric didn't really have any prior public meeting other than him being on mine. I think I went on theirs. And so it was like, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. And I think it's done well. It's aged well. I think it's a nice niche thing that I've grown to really enjoy doing and experience. So it's dope, man. You know, keep it moving, keep it going. Eric's out of the office for half of the episode today. He'll be joining us for the Alcatraz talk, which is a really dope episode. I think it was a little more interesting than I thought it was going to be. So we're looking forward to that. But we got a lot to get to today because we were double dutching to see if we wanted to talk about this. I said, fuck it, let it fly. But fuck it, here goes. Apparently and allegedly.
Let's more allegedly.
More allegedly than apparently.
Or let's say we made up. Let's just make up a story right now about let's just, like, if I were to tell you a bedtime story, Arian. This is completely just based on no real people or events. What if there was a girl, let's say she's in college.
Okay.
Who had a boyfriend, as one does. And let's just, I'm trying to make this story as wild as possible. Let's say she had sex with her boyfriend's dad.
Okay.
Discuss.
Discuss.
Again, this story is based on no real people or events.
It's right in line with what I always be saying. People be fucking. Right, wrong, or different. Humans are horny. It is what it is. Some people can control that. Some people cannot. Some people have lapses. Some people have they misjudge things. I think if this was to happen, I think it's horrible on many fronts. Mainly, I feel bad for the kid. I feel bad for the dude. Because you lose. Fuck the girl, right? Whatever. Like, they come and go. It is what it is. And it goes for females as well. Like, dudes come and go. It is what it is. Live and let love. But you lost a tremendous amount of safety, security, and love and respect for your father. Maybe it wasn't there to begin with. I don't know, depending on the story. But let's say it was. Like, dogs, like, you just lost all. Like, you caused irreparable damage to your relationship with your son because you was horny. Now, let's say they get mad. Wait, hold on. Is she's in college? Okay, so she's legal. Let's say they fall like madly in love and it's some weird shit like that. It's a little more justifiable, still abhorrent. But from his end, like, love is love. That's me being very kind. Odds are it wasn't. Odds are he was just horny, and she just wanted to dip into the pool, the old man pool, which happens. It happens a lot, It's very sad for Buddy, man. I feel really bad for him, dog, because he kind of and his wife too. Oh man, it's tough.
Yeah, I don't know that you can ever, like, go to a baseball game with your dad again.
Nah, that would. Whew. I'm a forgiving human being. I've forgiven my family members for a lot. That's a character flaw that, like, you cannot come back from. Because to even think about entertaining that, it says a lot about your character, right? Like, it's just off limits, dog. Like, family members, significant others is off limits. I don't know. Like, anytime my brother brought a shorty around, she could be beautiful. Like, I would just see her, that's a beautiful woman, but never would I ever even think about crossing that line, ever. No, regardless of the situation. Broke up, not broke up, together is even the worst you could do. But even it just, once they engage, that part of you needs to shut off. I don't get it. You could recognize somebody as a beautiful human being. Like I think some of my homeboys, handsome man, right? Not gay. Beautiful woman, not interested. Like, it's very, I don't know. It's very easy to shut off, in my opinion, sometimes. But yeah, man, unfortunate situation.
Crazy story that we just made up right now.
Yeah. I love how y'all let me take the lead on it, like it was me that wanted to talk about it when y'all was
you're the one. It's your call. We can cut it. I don't care.
No, we ain't cutting shit. I just think it's funny because Team Chatty Patty is the one that brought the story to my attention.
This is the biggest story on Twitter right now. I texted this morning, that I made up. I texted this morning. Should we talk about it? Should we talk about it? Eric said no. you sent a meme of Steve Harvey and said like, and I was like, if you wanna do it, you can do it, but this is on you. You're making the
I
call.
feel like Maddie and Mac in the back sitting on their hands right now, and I want y'all. Go ahead, man. Let loose.
Yeah. I'm not commenting.
I think it's a very funny made up story.
I think
Funny?
it's
No, actually, I take it. Well, if it's made up, it's funny.
Yeah.
much love to all involved.
Love and peace.
Sending
the-
love and
Sending love and light
yeah.
and pain amongst those who are victims.
Maybe
or
try-
no.
Oh, what?
Wow.
Sorry. Pain amongst those who are not
You're
victims.
sending love and light to the perpetrators and pain to the
perpetrators.
victims.
Yes.
No,
Gotcha.
back it up. Love and light to those who are hurt in this situation, and pain and suffering to those who were not right in this situation.
Correct. Maybe try therapy.
Yeah. Maybe try therapy.
Therapy's gonna be needed for all
But-
involved. For all involved.
Yes.
You know what?
All
You know
of
what?
them.
And if this was real, and since it's fake, they probably have let's in this story imagine they have like great insurance and they can get a great therapist
Looks
Yes.
like that could be the case. Yeah. So
in this story.
I looked at the alleged. I mean, hypothetically, I looked at the alleged photos of the dad. I thought Pops was gonna be like on some, suave, old school. Like, hey, Pops is a handsome dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's George Clooney type vibes, right? Like, I thought he was gonna be.
Nah.
Not the case.
But this is us just also like painting a picture in the head.
Yeah,
of what
if
he
you
would
was to look
like.
at those pictures and see what was happening, and honestly, I saw a picture of my man's wife too. I don't know what she doing either. But hey, he probably has a mouthpiece on him, dog. Allegedly, that is out of this world. Cause I see, or he just rich. Either one. Cause I see ugly dudes that's rich that can bag top tier. I seen ugly dudes that's not rich, but their game is so smooth. So it could be either one. It could be either one. But shout out to all involved. And
It'd be crazy if it was real.
yeah, it'd be wild. And if it's possible hypothetically to get some hypothetical therapists to hypothetically fix some of this shit or help, it's gonna be a long journey involved for everybody. So, my heart goes out to them. Elon salute. Yeah.
If you are Big T, take me through your storytelling abilities are strong and mighty. If you're the girl in this situation, where do you go from here?
You'd have to transfer schools first and foremost.
Yeah.
And then like just hope that so in my hypothetical, this girl went to a school in the South.
Yep.
She would need to transfer to like
Big 10.
no
like a
big
small
schools.
liberal arts Division
you would need to
3.
go to
She's going to the NASCAC.
maybe like I don't know, Binghamton or something.
Yeah.
Like just go far away.
Ithaca, might I suggest?
Yeah, that'd be
ITT
fine.
Tech.
Oh no, they're online at ITT Tech. They know. Is that still around?
I have no idea. I haven't even heard that shit in 10 years. I don't know where that
I think
came
University of Phoenix still is.
And I know what ITT Tech is, but Mackenzie doesn't.
It was a for-profit, shitty online
Got it.
college that would have these TV commercials, and became ingrained in the public consciousness. So I guess that they did their job. But it's a not real college
Got it.
unless you went there, in which case it's great.
from. Yeah, I have.
Maybe she can take some online classes somewhere.
You're gonna have to disappear for a while for sure. You have to get away. It's not good. It's not good, man.
How late into the semester would it have to be for you to just cut your losses and not go
You gotta
back?
finish. No, you gotta finish. You gotta finish.
Because you're still only like a third of the way.
You gotta
maybe?
finish. You can't let people dictate your life to that extent. You went to college, go to college. I understand, transferring because that's a lot of mess. But finish the semester out. You don't want to go to all them classes for no reason, just because you was horny. Was it a couple times in your story?
I didn't get that far.
Because
I
once
don't know.
man, we got drunk and that was stupid. A couple times that was a fling. That was a thing. Y'all had a thing. And
Which is worse?
the fling. Because
But like you said, at some point you cross through to the other side where it's like, well, maybe then it's not as bad.
no, because you can have a sexual like sometimes forbidden fruit tastes the sweetest, Big T. You know what I mean?
You're
Like,
saying they would have to like get married.
I'm saying if they in love, like I as a human being, just me as a human being, I could understand that. Not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying I can understand that. Love is a powerful emotion. Like if you've ever been in love before, when your body is touching another human's body and you feel like it connected in this beautiful way, it's just time stops and nothing else matters. Like if they was experiencing that, I can understand. Like as a human, still wrong, but love
I
is
would
powerful.
guess that's not what happened.
I'm just giving a hypothetical benefit of the doubt. That's all I'm doing. If that's not the case, and they were just like, "Yo, you my you my boyfriend's dad, and this turns me on. You got a fetish like type, and he has like a fetish for younger Jones, and they scratching that itch together. That's ridiculous. That's bad. That's really bad in my opinion. Because then you consciously making a decision to continuously hurt. The love thing, hey, listen, that's a powerful emotion. The one night drunk thing, bro, I fucked up. It is what it is. The continual fling, nah, dog, like you dead ass wrong. All of it's wrong. But there are varying degrees, I believe, in my humble opinion. I could be wrong, but this is my humble opinion.
But also in this story, and again, in the story, it's your son's
Crazy.
girlfriend.
Crazy work.
Like
Crazy.
it's not like some girl you met at like
It's fightable.
your
Like,
son's girlfriend.
let's say this old man has a brother. His brother need to whoop his ass.
I
Brother,
think the son
his
would.
son need to whoop his ass. 1,000%. Like, I need shoot me my 30, give me my fair one, catch this real quick fade, and then you go on about your little old man business. Like, has to happen. Like, I got 2 baby boys, and my wildest dreams would I never do no crazy shit like this, dog. Fuck no. Cause like I'll be looking at it like, yo, you would be family. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would never look at it like a lick to try to hit. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
It's crazy.
Like, that is family at that point.
Yeah, and then they trusting you to bring them, like he trusting you to bring them around. Like your family's supposed to be your safe place, right? I've always grew up in and wanted to cultivate a home where like the house is your safe space as for my children, right? You can be honest here, you can be vulnerable here. You're not like we're gonna be stern. You got boundaries, but like not a lot of judgment. I'm gonna teach you how to grow here. We're gonna build with you, and to break the sanctity of that because you horny is wild, dog. It's wild. We used to have a rule, as dudes. I don't know if you ever did this, Big T, but if you think you about to make a bad decision, and I've made bad decisions, don't get me wrong, but I've made a lot of good decisions because of this. Think about to make a bad decision. Rub one out, and if you're still feeling like doing it, that's all you.
I think all men have intuitively come to that realization.
Yeah. You rub one out. If you still feel like doing it, that's something you really want to do. If you finish up and you like, yeah, nah, that was stupid, that was dumb. Good on you. It's a self-regulation, checks and balances internally. Beautiful system we have sometimes.
Yeah, an odd bedtime story to concoct, I admit, but just
Yeah. Well,
gets the people talking.
That is the tea with Big Chai, or the chai with Big T. Either one. That could be a little segment, man. I like it.
That you may have just stumbled upon something, maybe an Unpack with Jack Mac crossover.
Tea with Big T.
Or there's something there.
Yeah.
There's something there.
There's something there.
Yeah. We'll cook on it. What else? What else is in the news? 'Cause that was a bomb shot. I wanted to do this. We don't got to do it now, but I wanted to see if we could do this, dog. I wanted to see if me and you could count down from 99 to 0, naming players' jersey numbers.
If you don't want to listen to 30 minutes of naming players' numbers, which you should, skip forward half an hour or so, and then we'll get into the topic with PFT. From any sport?
Any sport, 99 to 0.
All right, let's start. I mean, see, like 40s, 50s, it's going to get tough.
It's not easy. It's not going to be easy.
Let's start at 0.
Are you going to go up?
Yes, because I think the first 30 is
You want
easy.
to warm up. You want to get on the roll.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right.
All
0.
right. Gilbert Arenas.
Okay. I was going to go Westbrook, but I like it. Okay. Number 1, let's go Cam Newton.
Go for it.
All right. 2.
Number 2, do you want to go? Let's go Matt Ryan. I was going to go Cam Newton again, but that feels like.
Yeah. I was going to go Dion at Florida State, but I'm with you.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Number 3.
Allen Iverson. Got to go Allen Iverson.
Love that.
Okay.
Love that.
Number 4.
First one that came to my mind is kind of problematic.
Yeah, I mean, we was going to do some Mississippi government fun things.
Oh, no. Actually, 4 might be a problematic number. I was going to go Deshaun.
Oh, damn.
Technically a player that has that number.
Yeah.
Is that number cursed? Hold on. Can we get a good 4?
I think Armani Moore was number 4. He played basketball at Tennessee, but he's not very well known. Who else is 4?
Let me think if I have another Browns quarterback I think might be.
Well,
Dak Prescott?
Yeah.
Dak
Let's
Prescott.
go Dak.
I'm okay with
Good
that.
one.
All right, 5 immediately comes to Donovan McNabb.
Okay. Number 6, Alvin Kamara at Tennessee.
I like that. I like that one. Okay. 7,
It's got to be,
Mike Vick.
of course,
Yeah. Okay. 8,
Lamar.
I'm okay with that. Yeah. Actually, yeah. There hasn't been a better 8 to wear that.
Alex Ovechkin.
I was on football, but okay.
Yeah,
I don't even know who that is. It sounds like he doesn't have all his teeth though.
He does not,
Yeah.
but he's one of the greatest goal scorers in NHL history.
That's why I figured. Yeah. Does he really not have all the teeth?
Oh, none of them do.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Number 9. I like Steve McNair.
Like that. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Steve McNair. Number 10.
I has to be
Chipper Jones.
greatest switch hitter to ever live, Chipper Jones.
Yo, that reminds me of PFT's 3/5 joke, and my God, was that not genius?
What a terrible thing to have walked into. Number 11.
I like Dante Culpepper here.
Okay. I
All
would
right.
have never known his number, but
Really?
yeah, that was slightly before my time.
I mean, so, you know Randy Moss though.
Yeah.
He was throwing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 12, got to be Tom Brady.
Oh yes! Wow, I went. Why I went to Gus Frerotte.
Who the hell is that?
I believe he wore 12.
Gus Frerotte?
I think that's his name. Hold on, let me see.
I mean, it seems he is a guy, and yeah, he was 12.
yeah.
I've
yeah,
never
I
heard of
know-
this guy in my
I don't
life.
know why that came to my mind, but it did.
All right, yeah, good call, I guess.
Shout out to Gus
13.
Frerotte. Kurt Warner.
Love that. 14. Who's a good 14?
I believe
Was Deshaun Jackson 14?
No, he was 10. Brad Johnson.
Okay.
I believe he was a quarterback. Was he 12 or 14? Can we get that fact check? Brad Johnson.
14.
Boom.
You're right.
Bang. I got
Good call.
15. I got 15.
Okay.
Jeff Hofstetter.
Nice.
He was a quarterback for the Raiders back in the day. He used to be my squad.
I mean, you know who 16 has to be.
Friend of the show?
Is he?
I was going to go Jake Plummer.
Oh, I was going to go Peyton Manning.
I thought he was 8. He's 8. Oh, you're talking about
He was
Tennessee.
18 in the NFL.
Oh, got you.
UT
Okay.
was 16.
Yeah. We'll save him for 18.
Okay. So Jake
right.
Plummer. 17.
17.
Was
Oh,
Phillip Rivers 17?
Josh
yeah,
Allen.
yeah, guys. Yeah. I was gonna go Jake Delhomme, but I like Phillip Brothers. Okay.
Josh Allen too.
Yeah, we'll go
Oh, select-
Josh.
You know what, Mac, we going Josh. You know,
MVP.
get the heat off me a little bit. She be on my bumper. About it,
Thank
right?
you.
Yeah, give her
Josh,
one.
Josh Allen. What was he in? What was he in college?
I think same.
Okay.
Yeah, might have been. I'm not
Gotcha,
sure.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I think 17.
Yes. 17 at Wyoming.
What was he in high school?
Ooh, let's
Oh
see.
gosh.
Who knows?
Who does know?
I thought Mac.
You know,
would've-
he was like a
15.
0-star recruit and sent a letter to every like Division 1, 2 NAIA college and was like, "Here's my tape. I want to play football."
I'm
And why-
like it's there's so many gyms out there, dog. Like my brother could have absolutely played in the NFL, but we grew up in a smaller town. I had got a chance to move, but like there's just no. Like, I grew up around a bunch of dudes that could have made the league. Athletic as shit, but sometimes people just miss, man. It happens.
I mean, you see all the time, like, there'll be a guy who has no offers, then one school sees him and offers him, and then he gets 13 offers right after that because, like, the other schools just hadn't seen him. And then they see that Tennessee offers him, and now he has offers from Bama and Florida State.
Yeah, it sounds personal. Yeah, for sure. Let's go. We 18. You man, Peyton.
The GOAT.
Yep, one of them. 19. Ooh. Oh, who's cuz he was a wide receiver for Dallas. Nigga had them eyes, bro. Them like light bright eyes.
I have no idea.
Oh,
We
man.
can't get out at 19.
Yeah, I promise you. Oh man, hold on. 19. Austin. His first name was it Austin?
I know who you're talking about.
He was a receiver for Dallas. He had like a hell of a year. One year.
Yes.
Miles Austin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Saved us there. All right. 20.
Number 20. How about Ozuna from the Braves?
That's cool. I was gonna go Barry Sanders, but okay.
Okay, no, yeah, go Barry Sanders.
Okay. 21. Dion. That's
Oh, see, I was gonna go my favorite, one of my favorite football players ever,
who that?
Calvin Johnson.
Okay.
Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. 22.
22.
Oh, Emmitt Smith.
Love that.
Yeah.
23.
I mean, it's the GOAT
Which one?
in my heart. The GOAT in my heart. It's Michael Jordan.
The Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah. 24. The other GOAT. We can go a lot. We can go Champ Bailey. We can go Kobe. We can go
Gotta go
Marshawn.
Kobe.
Okay, let's do Kobe. I'm with it.
25.
5.
Mark McGuire.
Okay. Yeah. We gonna need some help later on. So I think you need to start digging in your baseball bag. Warm that engine up.
Yeah, 20s and 30s is good for baseball.
Yeah.
26.
Oh, Napoleon Kaufman,
Sure.
running back for the Raiders, like late 90s.
I'm shocked you did not go with your boy
Who that?
Saquon.
Oh, that's right. I forgot he wore 26. You're right. Yeah. I went with Napoleon Kaufman. What the fuck?
27.
Shout out to him. He inspired the shit out of me growing up. I love Napoleon Kaufman.
I've never heard of that guy.
Hope he's doing well, man. Look at he was awesome. Him.
Okay.
He was there. Like, Merton Hanks, the safety for the Raiders. I mean, I'm sorry, the 49ers. That was that era. But anyway.
27.
Eddie
There's
George.
somebody. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
28 was Chris Johnson 28?
He was, yeah, him, Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
Okay, 29, DeMarco Murray.
Good callback.
Yeah.
Another Titan.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
30.
30. You gotta go TD or Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Steph Curry. 31. Reggie Miller.
Oh, nice. I would have never known his number.
Yeah, 31. 32, Jim Brown.
Nice.
Jim Brown. 33, Tony Dorsett. I'm digging in my bag right now, Big T. I am in my bag. Or Roger Craig, too. Throwbacks. 32, we could have went to Juice as well.
We should have.
Yeah. 34. Walter Payton.
Okay.
Walter Payton.
35 got to be KD.
KD. Okay.
36.
Merton Hanks. Safety for the 49ers.
Sure.
I am rocking right now, bro. All right. 37. Sean Alexander.
Nice.
Yeah. 38. Woo.
By the way, how did we not do you for 23?
Because it's Michael Jordan. You know, I'm a humble man, Big T.
What was the shitty number you wore your rookie year?
37.
Which we just did.
We just did that one.
Yeah. I thought it was 37, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah. That was out my memory. I was never even gonna bring me up.
38.
38. Oh man. I need you to dig in your baseball bag here.
I know. I've got some baseball for 40s, but 38. 38's a shitty number.
It's not a good number. It's not a good number, dog. 38.
There's got to be a running back that's 38.
I'm digging in my bag. I said Tony Dorsett, dog. I'm going in my Rolodex. I have a 39. I definitely have a 39. 38.
Are we allowed to, if we know the name of the player, are we allowed to look it up and see what number he was?
I think that's fair. That's fair.
I'm thinking, I mean, this is a throwback. 34. I was thinking Ovi Mahaley.
I don't even know. Is it Alabama?
I'm not sure. He was a fullback for the Falcons when like Warren Dunn was playing.
Oh, okay.
Warwick Dunn, not Warren.
Warren Dunn was 28. God, 38.
We can't get out at 38.
No, we can't get out of 38, dog.
Do we have to go in order?
Yeah, we got to go in order, bro.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
Put a thumbnail in 38.
Yeah, I mean, we can come back. 38. Let me just look. I've got all these starting lineup figures
Right.
up here.
Oh, look at Peerless Price was 37 too.
I have some NFL players pulled up that have worn 38.
Are they prevalent, prominent guys? We would probably.
I'm gonna tell you from my, limited but not low amount of NFL knowledge, I know none of these boys.
Golly,
like
30.
baseball, nobody's 38.
There's one NBA player that I
Recognize?
38. He wore 38. 38.
This is
There's not a lot of NBA players.
Nah, it's not a good number, dog. It is not a good number.
What is that a running back number?
It can be,
Technically,
yeah. Anything 20 to 40. No, 20 to 50. Yeah, 20 to 49.
Like I'm looking at these 38s and I am seeing there is, I believe, one person in the Hall of Fame with the number 38. ever.
football.
Is it?
Yes.
Hold on. What number was Larry Zonka? Was he 38?
Okay. Larry Zonka.
I think he's in the Hall of Fame. So if that
Yeah, he
ain't
is.
him-
Yeah, no, yeah, he's in the Hall of Fame.
He was your one off.
39.
Yes.
Can you look up baseball? So baseball's our only chance, and I don't.
I don't recognize any of the baseball names.
Yeah, like there might be a couple pitchers that have had.
If people are listening to us, they're probably like screaming at their TV.
No question.
phone.
No question.
I can give a hint for a basketball player if you want one.
Do we want? I think because it seems we're
let's
not going to
do, let's do lifelines. Let's call somebody.
You want to use a lifeline?
I want to use a lifeline. We got 3 lifelines.
Phone a friend presented by whatever.
Who do you want to call?
I think we got to call our man PFT.
He's at the
They're
combine.
recording.
They
shit.
Okay,
might be
let's call.
interviewing.
Call your mans. Who the tall dude you do sports shit with?
Brandon.
Brandon.
They are live right now.
I mean, I don't
Call
think.
him live. Fuck it.
Yeah, call him live.
I don't know if he'd get mad or not.
Wait,
He's 5 feet away.
he can't whoop you.
Do you want me to go? Do you want me to go ask and walk in there?
No, let's come back to 38.
You
We
can't
can't-
come back to
Why?
38.
Why? We're not going to get it.
Because you can't.
That's not how this game
we
works.
get lifelines though, bro. We get lifelines. We get
Yeah.
3 lifelines. Phone a friend.
Double sip.
double sip.
Let me text Brandon.
I mean, this is 100 players, bro. I mean, I think it's okay to have like three phone a friends. This is fair.
Oh, I have a hint for a baseball player too.
All right, give me a hint.
Okay, this is okay. Do you want the NBA or do you want the baseball?
What number was
Baseball
John
first.
Smoltz?
He was 36.
God damn it.
Or was he 26? 29. Wow, I was way off.
Wow, okay.
Oh wait, there are actually. I take that back. There are 2 NFL players in the Hall of Fame with the number 38.
Give me the hint for the baseball player.
Okay, this is
Does this count as one of our
He's-
lifelines? If a hint?
Yes.
so
Okay, all right.
How many hints do you want to get? How many hints do we get?
I think
5?
we have 5 hints. This is 100
I
players.
think
This is
you
we have 5 hints.
I don't know who that is, so that's all on you.
I don't know if this is a good enough hint though.
I'd err on the side of vague rather than.
Yeah, okay. It's in relation the baseball player to Frank the Tank. He basically like
Frank
started,
Thomas.
No, so
No.
it's going to be a Mets player.
Frank Thomas was 35.
He started pitching well once he was traded away from the Mets.
Oh, okay. I mean, that could be any number of people.
He's not like I know him because
Does he play for the Diamondbacks?
yes.
It's the Diamondbacks closer, and I don't know
Yes.
what his name is.
I only know him because his brother
Paul Sewald.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
Fucking big
His brother
T.
played for the minor league team that I
Oh.
worked for.
It always comes back to.
Hey, that's good. It's a lifeline. Okay, we move on. We
Okay,
get it.
all right, good.
That was
30.
good.
So
39.
one
We're up.
lifeline down. So
And 39 we know is Larry Zonka.
perfect. Yeah, I was gonna go Curtis Enos for that one. Curtis Enos was a running back for Penn State back in the day, dog. Oh wait, hold on. I think it wasn't it 38. What? No, fuck it. We passed 38.
Who cares?
40.
40.
Oh, Gale Sayers. Gotta go Gale Sayers.
Okay.
Gotta go Gale Sayers. 41. We'll go right back with your boy, Alvin Kamara.
Yep.
42.
Jackie Robinson.
Okay, great one. I was gonna go Ronnie Lott, but that's a good one.
Okay.
43.
I'm counting on you in the 40s and 50s to know some linebackers.
I got you. Darren Sproles, 43.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go with Troy
Good
Polamalu.
call.
Ooh, I have his jersey. Shout out to Cat. 44.
44. There is a
You said what?
lot
Yeah,
There's a lot.
44
Was
is a
Anthony
problem.
Rizzo number 44?
We
on the Cubs.
go Ben Tate. It was my teammate in Houston. We go Ben Tate.
Okay.
Or Vontae Leach. That's my fullback in Houston as well.
Either one.
45. Rick Smits.
Nice. I think Roger Clemens was 45.
Rick Smits was the center for the Pacers. Pacers getting a lot of love on this list.
Roger Clemens was not even
21.
close. Yeah.
I'm
Four-
off on some of these pitchers. Today.
46. Goal.
Only one in the NFL Hall of Fame.
46. Oh, I just had him. Hmm, 46. I have a 47.
I have a 47 too.
Okay. Are you gonna do Trump?
No, Tom Glavine. 46.
Cuz he was a running back. He was undrafted, and he had a great season for the Redskins when they was the Redskins.
Like what decade?
My era. It was like 2011, 12, 13, somewhere around.
Alfred Blue.
Alfred Morris.
Alfred Morris.
Yes. He's 46, right? Alfred Morris.
Yeah,
Great call.
Oh my God. CTE.
for the Commanders
CTE.
and the
Who?
49ers.
CTE. What? fucking killing this shit.
Good call.
He was also 36 and 32.
Gotcha.
So.
All right. 47. You said who?
Tom Glavine.
All right. I was gonna go Tyrone Wheatley.
Wow.
48. Ugh. 48's tough.
It's got to be like linebackers.
Linebacker, fullback, obscure running back.
Right.
Pitchers too.
40.
I'm seeing.
Pitchers.
48.
We may need to just use a hint on every 8.
Oh, wait. There
Yeah.
are ones you're missing.
Was Pedro Martinez 48?
I just see his hair falling out his head. I
No,
don't even see it.
45.
Fuck. That's the Red Sox pitcher I was thinking of. Those 45, not Clemens.
Oh, Stephen Davis. Stephen Davis, I
Sure.
believe he was a running back.
Are you for
No.
who?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, Stephen Davis.
You're
I think
right.
Panthers.
The
I think.
Lions.
Oh, I
Lions.
thought you were thinking Steven Jackson for
No,
a
no,
minute
no.
because he had
No,
a
Steven,
weird
Jack-
number.
Steven Jackson was 39.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on this list. Of
Yeah. Stephen Davis.
Jacob DeGrom.
Shout out to
Big
me.
team.
I am killing this shit. All right.
No kidding.
40.
And Torrey Hunter,
So we're at 50.
49.
49.
That was 40.
Oh, shit. We're on 49. God damn. Boy, these 40 numbers is killing us.
Yeah.
All right. 49. 40.
There's got to be more pitchers. There's got to be more pitchers that are 49.
49.
Can someone look up
Oh,
what
man.
number?
49.
What number was who's the he was a pitcher for the Braves. He's dead. Tommy something. Tommy Google Braves pitcher.
Oh,
Tommy dead.
is it Tommy Green?
No. He was
Tommy
really
Dead is
good
crazy.
for a season.
Tommy dead.
Damn.
I mean,
Tommy
he's-
Tommy Hansen.
Yes, Tommy Hansen. What number was Tommy Hansen?
Oh God, he was so young.
Yeah, no, he passed on too soon. I feel like he might have been 49.
49.
40. He's 48.
Son of a bitch.
That's crazy work. That's crazy work.
I felt wrong.
Tommy dead.
9.
Rip.
Yeah, R.I.P.
There
Had
is.
one really good season.
There are 2 in the NFL Hall of Fame.
I think we're gonna have to use another hint. 49. I think 49 is a great one to use a hint on. No.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, we're gonna use a lifeline.
Let me find a good one. Do you want?
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Also that one. One of them is our a coworker for a stint of time.
Oh yes. Podcast with also former coworker.
Yeah.
Dallas Braden.
No.
Right
Close, though.
hemisphere though.
Close.
Who else? Jake Arrieta.
Bingo.
Yes.
Okay. All right, 50. I need you
We are
in the
cooking.
50s.
50 is gonna be tough, bro. All right.
So 50.
Houston for the DM for the Chiefs. He's 50.
Justin Houston.
He's 50, right?
That sounds right.
Justin Houston's 50.
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right, 51. We can go Dick Butkus, right? No, or was he 61? He was 61, huh?
51.
51.
You're right.
Perfect. Perfect. All right, 52. We go Ray Lewis.
Yep.
53. We can go. He played with Patrick Willis, Navarro Bowman.
Bowman.
Yep, Navarro Bowman was 53. 54. We go Brian Urlacher.
Yeah.
55. John Abraham.
Boom. 56. Arguably the greatest defensive player of all time. Lawrence Taylor.
Yep.
57. Ugh.
It's these 7, 8, 9s that are
Yeah.
tough.
Okay, 57. See if Kevin Bentley. 57.
These are the kind of things I need from you
Yep,
in the
nailed it.
dozen.
Got it? Kevin
Like-
Bentley?
Yes. Yes.
Bang, bang. Okay.
Houston Texans linebacker.
8. Have we used all our lifelines on 8? No, we did 9. Huh?
8s and 9s.
50.
What number was
Oh,
Brian Cushing?
he was 56.
Fuck.
58. Oh, Brooks Reed. I'm glad you said that. Brooks Reed was 58, I believe. Brooks Reed. I played with
Take
him.
your word for it.
Brooks Reed.
What number are we looking for? 58?
58.
Yes.
Yep, you're right.
Boom.
Good.
Ooh, okay, 59. Ooh. It's getting thin in my brain. 59. London Fletcher. London Fletcher, I believe, was 59. He was
Correct.
yes.
Good job. Now here's where it gets.
Because you enter in line material. Okay, 60. I off rip Ben Jones. I play with Ben Jones, number 60. 61. Dick Butkus.
I thought he was 51.
Are you allowed to repeat?
No, I thought he was 60. Oh, I'm sorry. No, what about Mike Singletary? Is he 61? I know a 61 linebacker.
50, it says.
50.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay. 61.
I mean, we're just into offensive linemen.
Yeah.
now.
Jason Kelsey was
62.
62. 61. 61.
There's a hockey player that has kind of been relevant in our office.
Yeah,
as of
I'm down with the
recent.
lifeline here. We're down to
Relevant in our office.
Yes.
I don't know.
He is friends with
Rick Nash.
Yes, correct.
Let's go. All right.
Saw Oldie wearing that jersey.
That's his like best
Yeah.
friend.
63 we're on?
So,
62,
Jason
but you can
Kelsey.
say Jason Kelsey.
Oh yeah, 62. Okay, so 63.
We've used 3 hints, so we have 2 remaining.
We might use them all in the 60s. Be like, this is 63. 63. No, that's 73. Fuck. Wait. Yeah, it's 73. I got 73 for sure.
I don't know any offensive linemen's numbers.
I do, but the hard part, 60s are usually interior, so guard center. And they're not as known usually as
Right.
tackles. Tackles are more known. So like I got 70, 71, 72, 73. We're at 63. 60. No, god damn it. 63 is such a dumb number. We got to use the hint. I got it. I got 64. No, wait, hold on. Was Larry Incognito? Not Larry. Incognito. It's Larry. Richie Incognito. I think he was a 63. I know he was 64, but I think he was a 63 as well.
Yeah, no, 64 and 68.
God.
We got to use a hint.
Yeah, let's do it.
I don't recognize any names personally. Besides,
There is a person on here that has a first name that is just 2 letters.
I mean, that doesn't do
man.
anything.
That it's like it's not CJ, but CJ or TJ.
I picked up on that.
Oh, okay, sorry.
On what the 2 letters. I know that it's 2 letters because you told me. I just don't know who it is.
Oh man.
there is a Phillies player. Oh no, I'm sorry, not Phillies. Reds. And he played for Washington as well.
Reds and Nationals. We may be done.
No.
Think of this baseball player. His last name is also a movie that is Dr. Blank.
Yes, good hint.
Dr. Strangelove?
No.
No.
Doctor.
An older
Talks to Anna-
movie.
talks-
Sean Doolittle.
There
Yes,
you go.
correct.
I mean, that was definitely, we've used like 9 hints.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It is what it
Well,
is.
you weren't
It was
getting anywhere.
63, bro. It's 60.
Yeah, I mean, we were never going to
that's.
get
I
that.
mean,
Come on.
there is none. Like the the football players are like Brad Edelman, Gene Upshaw.
Oh my God, Gene Upshaw. I know Gene Upshaw. Fuck
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
he
Why
was a-
YA Tittle is who I was thinking of.
Golly. That's shitty. All right. So we on 64.
4.
All right, 64. Oh, we said Richie Incognito.
Yes, he was 64.
Perfect. 65. Ugh.
This is all you. I have no idea.
Nah.
There's one you might know.
I think we should get a pass until 70.
Well, that wasn't
No.
the challenge.
That shit tough, bro. Oh, we might just have to run it back, one day, because this is
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you guys
65.
just end
I'm
it.
drawing a blank on 65.
Yeah.
I mean, we could just sit here and guess offensive lineman until we got
Yeah.
one, but
Think Jason Kelsey for 65.
does that mean another center or another Eagle?
Eagle.
Mackenzie's just giving you everything.
Landon Dickerson.
No.
I don't
Jordan
know, man.
Mailata.
No. Close, though.
Is it their other guard? I don't know who it is.
It's gotta be
I think he's retired.
Johnson.
Yes.
Is it really?
What? Lane Johnson?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Great job, Arian. Great job.
You know what?
Baltimore
Fuck
Foster.
it. That's crazy.
Were you just guessing random last names?
Yeah, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
66.
66.
And we're right back to square one.
Yep.
No.
I feel like there had to be a good 66, like a double number moment.
I'm sure there are. I just I don't commit to memory the numbers of offensive linemen.
Larry Little. Larry Little?
Yes, correct.
Wow.
That's a good pull.
Good job.
Alliteration with the double number. That's a fun
There you
thing.
go, baby. 67. My God, bro.
It's just every time.
Oh man. All right, 67. Oh, it's just how many people wear 60s. 60s is it. If you can get past 60s, it's an easy game. 67.
We just have to get to 80. If we can get to 80.
I can get us through 70s.
Really?
Yes. It's the 60s is killing me though. Oh man.
I mean, we have two options. We can either quit or just keep using hints, and then at the end we just tally up how many hints we needed to get to 99.
It's a wrap. We did not do the challenge. I wanted to see if we could
All
do
right.
and we failed.
Maybe we
Maybe
we
we
stop,
pause.
and then when PFT's back, we can continue and see if he has any.
Yeah, he likes an offensive lineman.
It's just those are so tough.
Yeah.
You just have to have randomly loved like 10 offensive linemen and know their numbers, which no one does.
I can get us through the 70s. Maybe. Yeah. I think I can get us through the 70s. I know I got
Looking at the 70s list, I think you
Yeah, I got 71, I got 72, I got 73, 74, I got 75, 76, I got 76, I got 77, I got 78, I got 79. Definitely got and 80 through 100 or 99. Easy money. Anyway, thought it was a
We
fun
may need to
challenge.
put
It was. We failed.
Put a disclaimer at the beginning of that.
Yeah,
How long
like-
was that?
that long.
It's like almost an hour now.
No,
No.
it wasn't almost an
No,
hour.
it was
30
probably
minutes.
like 30
minutes, yeah.
God,
We'll put it as a chapter.
Yeah, we'll have time codes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that,
I'm
everyone.
doing a Google.
No, I'm not sorry about it. It was fun. It's just
I
like
thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
if there are people who don't want to listen to it. you
I
can
feel like
skip
it's an interactive moment with the crowd.
No 67.
it. Give me a hint.
Larry
Let's just keep going. Let's just keep fucking going.
Tinzel.
Never heard of that guy in my life.
Is it Larry? Yeah, it's Larry, right? I played with him. Dolphins. Yeah, you do. Laramie Tinzel, my bad.
Laramie Tunsil.
Tunzel. Fuck me.
Remarkably different name from Larry
That's my fault.
Tinsel.
That's my fault. You know who else?
Also,
You know who else was 67, Kev?
I clearly do not.
Taj Gibson for the Minnesota Timberwolves, Kev.
Wow. Yeah, he always had weird numbers.
there's one for 63 you guys could have gotten, I feel.
Who's that?
Jeff Saturday.
Oh,
I mean, again, like obviously
wow.
we know who Jeff Saturday is. I just never could have told you his number.
Yeah. Let's see. Number 68.
So we're just still going, I guess.
I do want to do I'm gonna finish these 60s, bro. Fuck that shit. Let's see. Number 68. I would have never got Will Shields, maybe. Yeah, Will Shields. Yeah, no. And then 69. You got a 69 for me? Derek Allen. I believe he was no, I wouldn't have got him.
You're close.
Oh, Jared Allen.
Yeah.
He
Jared
was
Allen.
69.
He was 69. He was. I forgot about that. Dog.
Nice.
This is funny. This says Dennis Rodman reportedly requested the number when he joined the Mavericks, but was given 70 instead.
That's bullshit.
That's crazy. Yeah. He always had. I know he had 73. He had 37. He did ones that added up to 10 because I think his first number was 10 with Detroit Pistons.
I was gonna say because he was 91, right?
Mhm. Yep, 91 with the Bulls, 73 with the Lakers. He did things to add up to 10. Wow, what a fun game. What a fun fucking game, man.
All right, so put this at the beginning real quick. If you don't want to listen to 30 minutes of naming players' numbers, which you should, skip forward half an hour or so, and then we'll get into the topic with PFT.
Yeah. It was more than just naming numbers, I'd say.
Yeah, no,
it
it was a good time.
good conversation.
Do you have anything else on your brain?
What's
What's your favorite memory over the last 4 years, Big T?
My favorite memory going to Knoxville was cool with Arian. San Diego was fun.
Yeah.
It sounds like
obviously,
hanging out with Arian is fun, Big D. That's what it sounds like.
Most of the time it is, yeah. We've had some good nights in New York and
What do you
Chicago.
mean most of the time? Give me the
I
time.
mean, usually you're a good time. I'm trying to think.
Just not the day after the baseball game.
I could understand that.
Oh, that was. I mean, that was just the worst day of my life. Nobody would have been.
But
fun
that was
to
a
hang
cool
out with
experience,
that
though,
day.
right? That's a
Oh,
little Southeast
yes.
San Diego hood. It was all right.
Yeah, it was somewhere I would never have gone in my life otherwise.
100.
Yeah, we've had some fun times. I'm trying to think if there's a time we've been like hanging out in person and I was like, I don't want to be around you right now. I don't think there is.
That's not the question I asked also.
Well, you said, Arian said,
you
like,
always have fun.
because I said most of the time it's fun.
George Santos.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a sitting U.S. congressman on this show. That's not nothing.
That was fun.
It's not
It's not nothing.
Who also got charged 3 weeks later for crimes that he said on our show he did not do.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of crazy.
That's dope. Yep.
You guys golfing last year was very fun,
I-
even though it was cold as shit.
Yeah, that golf shit was fun. We need to run that series back too, by the way.
Yes.
Well, yeah, we had a person on the IR for a little bit.
That's
I'm
true.
back.
Yeah, you back, baby. All right. We're gonna break 80 back. I like John Taffer. I like John Taffer, dog.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of guests, he was great. Stone Cold was super cool.
Oh, that
Stone
was a
Cold
dope
awesome.
moment. That was a really dope moment.
Adam Richman was awesome.
We're gonna have him back and do the history of food. That was one of my favorite guests, dog. Like, he's just so knowledgeable about food and how.
I could talk to anybody about anything who like loves that thing. Like he fucking loves food and like everything about it. So like it's interesting to talk to him about it.
It's fact. It's fact.
Oh,
I was a pig in shit when Professor Brian Cox came on talk about physics. I loved that episode. That was amazing.
That's a fun little saying you just had.
Pig and shit.
Pig and shit.
I've never heard that.
Really?
No.
Yeah, happy as
pretty
a
common.
pig and shit.
No. Try to think.
Had some good times.
We've had good times on this podcast, and we appreciate all y'all's involvement in it, enjoyment, non-enjoyment, all of it, man. It's all a part of this big circle of life that we are all existing in. We're almost to 50,000 subscribers on YouTube, so tell your mama to subscribe. Tell your daddy to subscribe, unless he's fucking your girlfriend. Then I can understand why he wouldn't.
Well, then he should really owe you a favor. And
Yeah,
should subscribe.
daddy should subscribe. Yeah, fact.
Totally.
But I don't know if you want to be a part of the crew.
Is this subscribers or Twitter followers?
Subscribers.
Subscribers on YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Subscribe on YouTube. I thought earlier you were talking about how many Twitter followers do we have?
Like 62,000.
62.
Follow on Twitter, too.
Yeah, do that.
Follow
too.
on TikTok. Follow on
Follow
Instagram.
everything.
Follow everything.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe.
Macrodosing pod on everything. Please.
100, man. We appreciate the support and love. Unless anybody has anything else, man, I think we get to the Alcatraz segment. It's a dope segment that I feel like y'all enjoy. So let's dig into that. Here is me, the Hobbit, Big T, and the crew talking about Alcatraz.
Okay, let's get into today's topic. Alcatraz. It's the Alcatraz of San Francisco. What's the best movie about Alcatraz? Let's start there.
I haven't seen any of them.
You got Escape from Alcatraz. You've got The Birdman of Alcatraz. You've got The Rock.
Best prison break movie is Shawshank Redemption.
I agree with that.
That's just the best movie. Period.
Could
I don't
be.
disagree. Yeah, I don't disagree. Hey, if you tell me Shawshank is your favorite movie,
It is.
yeah, that's a fire one.
That could be the best movie ever. It's up
Shout
there.
out Andy Dufresne.
I would also say The Rock might be up there as the best movie ever.
I haven't seen
That's
that one.
the only one you named I hadn't heard of.
You've never heard of The Rock?
Not the film. I've heard of.
With Nicolas Cage and
The
Sean
person.
Connery
I'm looking at it right now. I'm a big Nick Cage guy.
and Ed Harris?
Yeah, you named the three guys that were.
Nicolas Cage
on the
gets a
movie
lot of
poster.
hate online, and I don't know why.
Because he's weird.
I like his films, man.
They
I
always
like his
boo
act-
geniuses.
He'll be appreciated after his time.
I think he's appreciated right now. He goes in waves. Like there's some months where, at least on the internet, Nick Cage is clowned upon. There's some months where people ironically enjoy his stuff. Then there's some months where it's like Nick Cage is a genius. And then there's some months where it's like, this guy's insane.
He's like the Adam Sandler of action films.
Yeah, action. He does like a lot of weird films too, I think.
Like action films.
Yeah, but he also makes a lot of films that are not like meant for a wide audience, I think.
Like what?
Strange films. What's that movie? Adaptation, where he plays the twins. That's a weird one. The Family Man. That's a good movie though. Christmas movie, I think.
Listen, he
Bad
made
Lieutenant.
National Treasure and National Treasure 2. He could make nothing but piles of dog shit for the rest of time, and it would have been worth it.
Con Air, which is Alcatraz on a plane.
Though. Yeah, they prison broke on a plane.
Yeah. Yeah, Con Air is one of the best movies ever. But
Hard.
The Rock is up there. You should watch The Rock. Big T. That's a
Face Off.
Face Off. Yeah, that was great.
I've still got to watch. What's the last one I said I was going to watch?
Training Day.
You ever watch Training Day yet?
No.
You gotta grow up.
He doesn't take a recommendation seriously.
No, I do. It's just like
That's okay.
I will watch Training Day by next week.
Yeah, okay. It is what it is.
I'm looking up what streaming service it is right now.
Watch it tonight.
Yeah.
Good basketball games on tonight.
Watch it
Houston,
tomorrow night.
Texas Tech. Tomorrow night's even better.
You gotta Well, watch Training Day. Watch
It's on
Rock.
Amazon Prime.
The Rock it's one of the best movies ever. You got Sean Connery. He plays a former prisoner, the only person who is said to have escaped from Alcatraz. Nick Cage plays some guy in the FBI or something like that. And then Ed Harris takes over Alcatraz with a bunch of his veteran buddies to raise awareness for something that is important to them. I forget what it is. But they've got rockets filled with sarin gas that they're threatening to fire out above San Francisco and kill people. And so then Nick Cage has to use Sean Connery, who's in prison, to teach him how to break into Alcatraz so they can take these guys out.
Interesting. What would you guess this movie's
Men.
critic score is on Rotten Tomatoes?
Critic score, they probably hated it. I'm going to say 60.
67.
Okay. I personally give it 90.
The popcorn meter has 85.
Okay. Yeah, that's valid. One of my favorite lines in there, Sean Connery, when he's talking to Nick Cage, he goes like, losers always cry about, wait, I want
do it in his accent. Do it in
Okay,
his
hang
accent.
on. Let me look up the exact quote here. Sean Connery.
My favorite Sean Connery movie is Finding Forrester.
I don't know that I've ever seen a Sean Connery film.
What?
You've seen it.
I've just
Really?
I've just seen the guy do him on Celebrity Jeopardy. Who?
Daryl Hammond.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so Nick Cage in this movie is like, I'm trying my best. And then Sean Connery goes, losers always whine about their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen. And then Nick Cage goes, my wife was the prom queen. And then they reach an element of mutual respect after that. Well done, Cage. But yeah, great movie, the best movie about Alcatraz, and no one has ever actually escaped from Alcatraz. They don't think.
I think they do think.
The official report is that there was never a successful escape.
But there was one that probably was.
Yeah, maybe. They just never found the guy.
Few of them.
But they always say that if they tried to swim off the island, they got eaten by sharks.
Yeah, hate that.
Shark-infested waters. That's the worst kind of water.
How long would you have to be in prison to, let's say you found a way that you can escape, but you know there's sharks. And even if you get past the sharks now, you're in your prison jump, so you got to find a way.
Yeah.
How long would you have to be in prison to take the risk with the sharks? Because I think it wasn't a short. So these guys who may have escaped, it was two brothers and another guy. I forget their last name. But it's not a short distance you have to swim.
No, it's a long. You probably would drown. Probably wouldn't get eaten by the shark, but yeah, it would be you'd have to train for that. I don't think they had any like swimming programs that you could do while you're a prisoner there. So it'd be a tough swim to make, but they always said the waters outside Alcatraz, shark infested.
Also freezing cold.
Freezing cold water. Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why you'd probably die. So
you have a better chance getting bitten by a dog than you do eaten by a shark.
Oh, yeah, way better.
But your odds of surviving a bite from a dog are like 99.9999%. Your odds of surviving a shark bite are pretty low.
Just giving you stats, man. You can do with them what you want.
Right, but they're incongruent.
Some could argue, but I mean, for shark lovers and dog lovers out there, there's just stats out there.
Well,
That's all I'm saying.
if there were as many sharks kept as pets in America as there are dogs, do you think the numbers would be higher for shark bites?
Probably not.
You don't think so? You think if we had 150 million sharks as pets in the United States, there wouldn't be that many more shark bites?
No, there'd probably be more dog bites. The reason why is because when you go to somebody's house and be like, oh, my dog doesn't bite, head ass, and then they get end up biting. You know what I mean? When you go to somebody's house and they have a shark, you already thinking he bites, so you ain't gonna fuck with it.
You're like, don't touch the shark.
Don't touch the shark, please.
Having a security shark would rock. Let's bring back moats. We don't have moats anymore.
Yeah. Despicable Me.
Yeah. Moats, yeah. Moats with alligators and shit in it. That was the best way to keep people out of your castle.
Talk me out of not being afraid of alligators.
Why?
I just don't think they don't be attacking people like that.
Oh,
They're
you're saying
scared
that
of
you're
you.
not scared of an alligator.
Yeah, I'm not scared because I see them on golf courses all the time.
That's insane.
All the time. And they don't scare me because I'm like, they don't attack people. Like, you have to be an asshole, in my opinion, to get attacked by an alligator.
I think that golf course alligators are like college campus squirrels. They're so used to humans that they'll just see a human. They'll be like, I'm in the sun right now. I'm not going to move. But then if you go and you try to fuck with one, and if you fall into here's the problem, Arian. If it's a home game for the alligators, if you fall into the water where there's gators, they will attack you.
Yeah, I agree.
But if you see one on land and it's not like it's eating something, or maybe if it doesn't have a nest or something nearby, yeah, they're not. If you see an alligator in an open field, that alligator is not going to come up to you and bite you.
Agreed. That's why I don't be scared of them. I don't fuck with them. They don't fuck with me.
You're scared of dogs, but not alligators.
Dogs will absolutely attack you.
Go walk up. Hey, next alligator you see, go walk up to him. Just start talking to him. See what he does.
I don't walk up to dogs and talk to dogs.
Alligators are straight up dinosaurs.
They've been here since the dinosaurs, for sure.
Yeah, I respect them. We see eye to
I
eye.
do too. I'm just not necessarily afraid of them. Like, they don't give me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah.
They eat kids.
So do dogs.
Not like alligators.
That's a good point. Arian just got you on that point.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Dogs may bite
No, he
kids.
did.
They don't eat them.
No, they attack kids.
Yeah, they definitely do. When dogs bite you, what do you think they're trying to? What do you think the goal is?
They can't eat your body like an alligator can.
They cannot eat your. What are you talking? What do you think dogs are? They're carnivores. They're carnivorous animals. They will absolutely eat you. What are you talking about?
Most dogs can't do what an alligator can do.
I would argue no dog can do what an alligator can do. What are
Okay,
you
then
talking
we
about?
agree. There are a few dogs who
We
could.
do not agree.
Okay, I don't get what you're saying, but there are a few dogs that could fuck you up. Every alligator can fuck you up, kill you.
Not a baby alligator.
Probably not.
Win for Arian.
I just your fear is misplaced.
I'm with Arian in that most encounters that you have, you need to check your privilege too, Arian. Most of the times you see an alligator, it's on a golf course.
Privilege checked.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. I will never see an alligator outside of a golf course.
But if you're like on a swamp boat and you fall into the water and there's big ass gators around, they will fuck you up.
I actually went crawfish, I guess hunting
Mhm.
is the term, with the dudes from Duck Dynasty. That was interesting. And I saw some gators, and I will never be in a swamp again.
When was this?
Have we not
How
heard
did
this
that-
story before?
How did that happen?
Oh.
What a
Yeah,
crossover.
I haven't told this. Oh, so
Were you on the show?
kind of we did like this this video. I'm sure you can find it. We did this video where they were, because they're like, right leaning cats, right? A couple of us that kneeled for the national anthem, they were like trying to like, yo, what's the mindset behind it, right? So they invited us on their show to like talk to them about it. And so we explained us, and it was a good conversation. And they weren't really understanding, but like it was good dudes, you know what I'm saying? And then so they took us out on this bayou, and like, we were catching crawfish. It was wild. Well, I'll never do it again, but it was a dope experience. I enjoyed it. And then afterwards, we went to their house, and they had this like big broil, and they cooked everything. And one of their dads, dude was like 70 something, maybe even older than that. He had never saw an atheist before. And so he was like infatuated with me. Dog was asking me all these questions. It was kind of dope.
I'm watching it
I was
right
like-
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were the two parts I could find. I don't know if there's like a full episode of it, but that's very funny.
This was
Yeah.
when we had been doing the show at this point. Or at least
did we?
it was posted
Says-
in May of 2021. I don't know when it was
Then-
recorded.
Then yeah.
Yeah, this article says
can't remember.
April.
It could have been. Yeah.
Wow.
My bad for not telling you.
How was the food?
It was good. I fucked with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, we all of us got faded. Oh, you know who else was there? The Green Beret guy,
Nate Boyer.
Nate Boyer.
Nate Boyer. Yeah, he was there.
Dream blunt rotation right there.
Uncle Si.
Yeah.
It's Willie Robertson, his wife, Arian, Nate Boyer, and who's this other player? Was it Mike Hughes?
Uncle Si, right? He was there.
Mike
it's-
Thomas.
Uncle Si was in
Yeah, it's Mike Thomas.
the second part of the video.
Yeah,
Oh,
Mike
he
Thomas.
is? I didn't see him.
I sent a second one. The title says Uncle Si speaks his mind about NFL protests.
You met Uncle Si? That's awesome.
Yeah, that is.
That's so
sick.
funny.
The NFL protest is back on. The boycott's back on again.
Why is that?
Because the
Because it's the
Eagles,
off season?
Eagles aren't going to
Saw
the
that,
White House.
Oh, I like that.
But they didn't go. I don't think they went when they won the first time.
No, they did not.
I think Chris Long, we got him in. He did not want to like make a public statement. We just like told him, "Hey, are you going to the White House?" He was like, "No, fuck that. I'm not going to that shit." And then it became like a massive news story the next day. Felt bad about that.
Felt bad about that.
I did because he was like, I wasn't really trying to make a public statement about it, but you guys cornered me. But yeah, they're not going back. So boycott back on. This is
Love
a
it.
good time of year to boycott the NFL.
Stand on business.
Although the combine's this week, so boycott off. Back to Alcatraz. So there have been 14 escape attempts. 36 dudes tried to escape. 23 were captured. 6 got shot, and 2 drowned. And the other 5 were missing, presumed drowned. So that's Frank Morris, John and Clarence Anglin. And they tried to escape in 1962. That's where the film Escape from Alcatraz came from. They chipped away at the concrete cell walls with sharpened spoons that they had, and they made heads that were supposed to look like their own heads underneath the covers. So I think one of them was played by Clint Eastwood. And they found all their shit floating in San Francisco Bay, but they didn't find the bodies. So they might have escaped, or they drowned, or they got eaten by sharks.
But there was something a few weeks later in a town somewhere nearby. There was a car robbery, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget all the exact details, but the woman whose car was stolen like described a group of men that sounded very much like them.
Yeah.
And then they never found that car again.
Huh, interesting. So it was super hard to escape from, not just because it's an island in the middle of the San Francisco Bay surrounded by sharks, but also the jail cells themselves, like the rods, the steel bars, they were made out of like reinforced steel that it was impossible to cut through. And the locking system on the doors was different. It's not like each door had a key that you would walk up to and put in. There was like this big lever that would be cranked at the end of the hallway to open up all the doors. So it's not like you could reach out and open up your door or steal a key and open up your door that way. So it was hard to escape. I had always thought that Alcatraz is where they sent the worst dudes, like the worst criminals. And that's not necessarily the case. So there were people out there that were there for tax evasion, or if you robbed like gas station that had a post office desk in it, that could be a federal crime. And this was a federal prison, so they could send you there. But other times it was like the biggest assholes from other federal prisons, they got sent there. So one of those would be like, you guys know the Birdman of Alcatraz?
Talk to me.
Have you heard of him?
I have not.
Birdman of Alcatraz surprisingly did not have any birds. He was not allowed to have birds at Alcatraz. But his name is Robert Stroud. And so he was locked up because he got convicted of manslaughter. So what happened was before he was a criminal, he was like, well, I guess everyone is, but he was not like a bad dude on the outside. On the outside, he got into an argument with somebody, ended up killing that person, got charged with manslaughter. He went to jail, and then he kind of snapped. Then he was on McNeil Island Prison, and he attacked another inmate, then got sent to Leavenworth, and then he killed a guard at Leavenworth. Then he got first-degree murder, and they gave him the death sentence. Then President Woodrow Wilson commuted the death sentence to life imprisonment. And so then after he was at Leavenworth, he became the Birdman. He wrote 2 books about canaries and their diseases. And they allowed him to study birds because it's like, okay, at least he's not killing guards if he's just studying birds. So they would find bird contraband in all of his shit, and like hidden.
What is bird contraband?
Well, he would have actual contraband that he would store like in his bird cages, but he would have like, you know, some of the tools that he would use to study the birds had been fashioned into weapons, and then other times.
Naturally.
I think he requested a bunch of materials for a bird cage, and then they're like, you used all these things and you made a home brewery with it, and you're just making hooch, you're just making wine in prison. So they confiscate a bunch of his stuff, and then he got transferred to Alcatraz in 1942, and I think he was in the hole for 11 years. But he did not have any birds while he was at Alcatraz, against the rules. But the official history of Alcatraz, which is a badass name, isn't it?
It's a good name.
Alcatraz is fire. Hole for 11 years is wild.
Yeah.
That's almost it. No, that is inhumane.
Yeah, it's torture.
And back then,
Yeah.
it wasn't even like, now I think they'll let you like out an hour a day, right? And you can go outside or whatever. I
Yeah.
bet he was just in there.
The newfangled holes.
Yeah.
Back in the day, a hole was a hole.
The woke hole.
Yeah. A hole used to be a hole where they just lock you in a dark room and wouldn't give you shit. But yeah, I think Alcatraz is a great name. Anything with a Z in it sounds way more scary.
X too.
X is good, yeah. So it was discovered, or it was named in 1775, La Isla de los Alcatrazes, meaning the island of the pelicans. And so there were a shitload of pelicans on there. And then after a while, people got tired of saying Alcatrazes and just said Alcatraz. And it became a federal prison in 1934. So it started out as being almost like a brig, so a military fort, and then they built a couple jail cells in it. And then after a while, they're like, let's just turn the whole island into a prison. So they called it the Rock when it got changed up to being called a prison, and that's where Michael Bay got the name from.
It's a Bay movie.
Michael Bay, yeah. Does that amp it up for you?
That makes me want to watch it less, I'll be honest, but
Okay.
I'm committed to watching it.
It's not like it's filled with explosions. There are explosions, but the bombs are not like a main character.
I just don't know there's a Michael Bay movie that I've liked.
I don't know that. Let me see. Michael Bay movies.
I saw
don't
one
know.
of the Transformers, hated it. Have not seen Bad Boys 2.
Oh, that's a good one. Armageddon?
Haven't seen it.
You haven't seen a lot of good films.
We talked about it last week that you
You were
haven't seen
uncultured,
Armageddon.
Big T.
Yeah.
Last night I was one of my friends texted our group chat that Wedding Crashers was on CMT. I was like, never seen it.
What?
You
Yeah.
never seen Wedding Crashers?
No, it's just one of those that slipped through.
Wow, you need to slip that back in or whatever. Pause.
Noted.
Yeah, slip that thing back in there.
Yeah,
dog.
I've got a list now. Training Day,
Bad-
The Rock, Wedding Crashers.
Bad Boys and Bad Boys 2. You bugging. Them shit is fire.
I saw Bad Boys for Life. I Googled the first couple and then watched that. Saw it the day Kobe died.
That's crazy.
I had tickets to go see it at like 4 or 5, whatever it was.
You're
And
like,
then
it just wouldn't be right.
And then Kobe died, and I was like, "Do I still go to the movie?" Like, and I was like, "Yeah." I mean, he's already dead.
Oh, I see. I canceled all plans when Kobe died.
Yeah, I mean, there was nothing I could do at that point.
Did
So
you feel guilty
Little
about
se-
going to it?
No.
little selfish. I would.
I couldn't help him. You know, I was in New York City, and I'd already paid for the ticket.
I think Mamba mentality suggests that you should go see
Kobe
Bad
would have
Boys.
wanted me
Yes.
to go see Bad Boys for Life.
Yes, yeah. Built different.
Yeah,
I got you today.
Yeah.
You text him.
this one's for 8
Yeah.
and
Go see
24.
Bad Boys.
I mean, the ultimate example of that was the dude that bowled the 300 on 9/11.
Yeah,
We've all seen his picture.
Whoa,
which
heard
I've
this.
always been woke
this?
on this.
You think it's a Will Chamberlain situation?
No, I believe it happened.
Yeah.
But the events of 9/11 occurred early in the morning.
Yeah.
It was like 8, 9 a.m.
Yeah.
There's no bowling alley that's open then. He went to the bowling alley after 9/11.
Yeah,
had
correct.
happened. So
that's part of the lore. He was just like, fuck it, let's go bowling.
yeah, so then
Like,
like
well, our
that you
nation's
already knew.
Our nation's under attack. I got to get to the lanes.
Right. It's not like he did that at noon and then the bad shit happened at 6 p.m. and he's like, wow, my moment is ruined. He went knowing what had already
Yes.
occurred.
Yes, that's to me what makes it even it makes it a funny story. The fact that
I guess,
that's how
yeah.
he processed 9/11 by going to the bowling
You
alley
just need to hit the lane.
and then had the best role of his life. Somebody, I forget who it was. It might have been Vice, caught up with him like 5 or 6 years ago. Did an interview. They found that guy. Did an interview with him about his perfect game on 9/11.
You know who had a startling wake up on 9/11 was George Carlin. Do you know about what he did?
No.
I feel like
You like George Carlin?
do I like George Carlin? I've
Yeah,
never like sat down and watched a ton of his stuff.
Oh, God, that would have surprised me.
I know, but anyway, so he recorded a special on September 10th, 2001.
Yes.
Entitled "I Really Like It When a Lot of People Die."
Yeah.
And in the thing mentioned like he loves planes crashing into buildings and shit like that.
And he's like hoping that it gets worse.
Yes.
As it happens. Yeah.
And it was obviously never released.
Yeah.
And I believe it was in Vegas, September 10th, he recorded that.
That's wild.
Genius. Absolute genius, by the way.
If something like Arian, you're saying that if that death were to happen right now, you would just put off all plans for the rest of the day?
I did. I was actually recording something. I was doing something for, what was it? I believe it was ESPN. It was Victor Cruz was at my house. And we were recording. I forget what it was. Oh, it was about my music, I think. Like what are you doing now type thing. And the news hit and we all just like stopped. Everything stopped for the day. I was grown man was crying. I was crying, dog. This shit was crazy. Yeah, I didn't do anything for the whole day. I couldn't. Kobe was like my dog. That's like, I don't know. I had this post on Instagram a long time ago when I put it up first. It's like a part of, it's like you witnessing your own mortality in a sense, because like he was, for me anyway, he was like one of my childhood heroes.
Mm-hmm.
And so seeing him be mortal, and he was young, 40 something, right? And so seeing him be mortal and seeing him die was like a part of my childhood die, right? It was like facing your own mortality in a sense, and it was a very weird and eerie feeling.
Mm-hmm.
That, and it was just a tragedy, right? But selfishly, you see yourself in the tragedy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I put off everything. I didn't do shit that day.
Big T saw Bad Boys for Life.
Yeah, solid film.
Do you think that
You got to see Wedding Crashers, dog?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I
That's
know. I
right
know.
up your
It's not
alley,
that
dog.
I don't want to see it. It's just it's slipped through the cracks for me.
I would rather you see that. What basketball game you watching tonight?
Houston, Texas Tech, big game.
I think it would be more memorable.
That
for
game
you
might
to
be at
watch.
8, so I might have time before.
I think you should do it.
I recommend The Rock?
Either one.
So
Love Texas Tech tonight, by the way. For
They,
those listening on Thursday.
they would send convicts to Alcatraz if you fucked up in the other prisons, and the idea was go to Alcatraz, get the life sucked out of you, learn how to be a good inmate, and then we'll send you back. It's like it's prison for prison.
Tough place to be.
Tough place to be. They instituted quiet rules, which is pretty crazy. During the 1930s, after it opened up, prisoners could not talk to one another in the cell block or in the dining hall. And each prisoner had their own cell, which is kind of nice. You don't have a cellmate, but you weren't allowed to talk.
Would you rather be in, I mean, I guess it'd be solitary if you had a cell to yourself,
Mm-hmm.
or have like a really shitty prison roommate?
Like not solitary to the point where you don't see anybody all day long.
Right, because I guess you come out and stuff.
Yeah, and also solitary, you're isolated in every sense of the word. You can't hear anything else. You don't see anybody else. Even when they deliver your meals, it's like through a slot in
Right.
the door. I feel like having your own cell would rock in prison.
As long as you get to go out
As long as you
during
go
the
out.
day. And
And it was 5 feet by 9 feet, which is a pretty small cell.
that's tough.
Yeah. So you had a bed. I think you had a toilet. You definitely had a toilet. And then you had like a little ledge for your desk and maybe a shelf that you could keep things at. But every morning you had to wake up, sweep up your cell, and like tidy up before you got let out for breakfast. You got 20 minutes to eat breakfast, which I can't imagine the food was too good. See, here's the problem with going to Alcatraz, and I think it eventually caught up to it, was that it costs so much money to run it.
Here's the problem with going out.
Yeah, it's like going to Hawaii. Have you seen the price of milk in Hawaii? It's very expensive. Everything's expensive in Hawaii because
Hey, we don't care about prices right now, brother.
Yeah.
Like, we're buying American goods,
Mhm.
and it's patriotic to buy higher prices. Okay.
I agree.
All right.
So, yeah, if you're on an island, it just costs a lot more money to get stuff delivered. So the cost of running Alcatraz was was very high. They would put all the inmates to work out there, so you'd be working on the docks. Like basically, it was a self-sustaining commune out there, where it was like all the prisoners. You have to work to make this place viable and make this place go. So you're going to be in charge of maintenance and all this shit. They could not have newspapers or radios. If somebody wrote you a letter, they were not allowed to give you that letter. Instead, the guards would rewrite the words of the letter on a new piece of paper. So you couldn't even see your loved one's handwriting out there.
That's crazy work. What if it was like a love letter? You look, you have to like, I want to fondle the, you know what I'm saying? That's just crazy.
The guard type it sent down, I miss your warmth. You rearranged my IUD. But yeah, I'd say having your own cell would be preferable to anything else. The prison was also never full. There was always room for more people, which made it so hard to escape, is because it was never overpopulated. So it had a capacity of 336, and the highest was 275. Oh no, it looks like it was usually capped at 275. There was one point where it got to 320. And if you compare the population of Alcatraz with the rest of the federal prison population, less than 1% of people who were in federal prison were out in Alcatraz. Al Capone was one of the inmates out there. He was there for 4 years. He was getting into his brain was being rotted by syphilis at that point. But he was bribing a bunch of guards in Atlanta, and then they said, we're going to send you out to Alcatraz because we can't have you. He was like running his entire outfit still while he was in federal prison in Atlanta. And so they said, this is the one place we can send you where you won't run shit. So he got sent out there. He was convict number 85, and he was apparently a very good inmate there. He played banjo in their prison band. They were called the Rock Islanders.
That rocks.
It's a good name.
No pun intended.
Yeah, it's a good name. And so he was writing songs out there. He wrote a song called Humoresque, and in 2017, the handwritten lyrics sold for $18,000. Darren Ravel definitely bought that, right?
Could be in his collection of some of the most valuable MLK memorabilia known to man.
Yeah. The lyrics were, you thrill and fill this heart of mine with gladness like a soothing symphony. Over the air, you gently float, and in my soul, you strike a note. Not that good.
Al Capone Does My Shirts. Good book, though.
Oh, I haven't
If
read
you're
that
a kid.
one.
Well, it's a kid's book.
Okay.
But in 2005,
A kid's book about Al Capone?
it hit. Yeah, it was like the kid's family like moves. His dad works at the prison or something, and then the kid, I think, like becomes friends with Al Capone. I forget it was good in 05 when I read it.
MGK was also out there. Machine Gun Kelly.
Nice.
The original MGK. He was there for...
I didn't know that there was an original Machine Gun Kelly because his name was so shit. I was like, that makes sense that he, came up with that whack ass name. But he didn't even come up with that whack ass name.
Does that make you respect our new MGK?
No, it's even worse. You took a shitty name. You chose a shitty name. I thought it was like, I don't know. Cats called you that growing up. Whatever. That's a horrible name. Machine Gun Kelly.
You don't think that in like the 1920s, getting the nickname Machine Gun Kelly, that's a fucking awesome nickname.
Dog shit nickname.
I think you're allowing your hatred of Cleveland's native son. He is.
Look at the last guy we were just talking about. Look at his nickname. What was his nickname? Al Capone.
Scarface.
Hard. Cold.
Machine Gun Kelly is objectively a good name.
Kelly is not a unisex name. It's a girl name.
Well, this was his last name.
I think it's his last name.
His name was George Machine Gun Kelly.
Whack.
Machine Gun George? That sounds dumb as hell.
It's the machine gun that's trash. That shit is a whack name.
Well, you say it's a trash name
Machine
now.
Gun T.
But back
Machine
then,
Gun Eric.
Back then, when machine guns were like relatively new.
You have a point.
Yeah. It's like, do you think Tech 9 is a shitty name?
Yeah, it's pretty whack too.
Okay.
R.I.P.
He fell off. He's dead?
Yeah, technically.
Oh, I was going to say he fell off hard, but I
Well,
guess
he might have. How'd he die?
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know he was dead.
Wait, which Tech 9 are y'all talking about?
The rapper?
There's two.
Yeah.
There's a battle rap dude.
I'm seeing that Tech 9 is 53 years old and still
yeah,
alive.
so the regular rap. Yeah, so there's a battle rap dude named Tech 9 that died.
I think there might have been some shady shit going on with him. You might not want to learn about.
With
The
the
battle
one
rap-
that's
The
still
battle
alive?
rapper. The battle rapper.
What
What
was he
what's the
doing?
shit?
I
don't know.
I might be mixing him up with somebody else.
I don't. Yeah, I could be out the loop. I don't know.
I think I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but maybe I should. Let me see. Because I think I talked to Roan about this guy.
He was funny as shit though.
I might be wrong about him. Okay, might be wrong about him.
Gotcha. I just think nicknames with guns in them are probably bad.
Yeah. Oh, yep. No, I was right. Child porn. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the battle rapper.
So are you on record? Good
What?
thing he's dead?
I don't think.
Whoa. You lacing me with this? I don't know what he do.
Yeah, he was due to be arraigned on child porn charges.
So he killed himself.
Yeah.
Wow. I had no idea. What a piece of shit.
That is the battle rapper,
Yes.
Tech 9.
Not Worldwide Choppers Tech 9.
Not Caribou Lou, Tech 9.
Damn. I didn't know that, dog. I just knew he died. I didn't know he offed himself because of that. Jesus. That's depressing.
Yep. So, in the 1960s, they closed down Alcatraz because it cost $5 million in repairs that they needed to keep it open. And their operating cost, because everything had to be imported, was 3 times higher than other federal prisons. The island had no fresh water, so they had to take a ship with fresh water out to the island each week. So the daily cost for a prisoner at Alcatraz was $10.10 back in the 1960s, and the one in Atlanta was like $3 a head. So they had to close it. But then there was an incident that took place there in 1942, the Battle of Alcatraz. Now, have you seen the movie The Last Castle?
Never heard of it.
That's another great movie. That one's I don't put as much. I don't look down upon you for not knowing The Last Castle, but it is a good film. It's got Robert Redford and James Gandolfini. Tony Soprano plays the warden in that movie. Great movie. But the prisoners take over the prison and they like boot the leadership out. So in 1942, could see smoke. People in San Francisco could see smoke coming up from Alcatraz. There was a group of prisoners. Bernard Coy, a bank robber, was their leader. They broke into the prison gun gallery. So Bernard Coy's job was to be a cell house orderly. He was like a trustee of the prison, so he had more freedom to move around the prison. And he came up with an escape plan. He noted weaknesses in the guards' routine, the prison security. He saw that the gun gallery was only protected by bars. There were no other obstacles in front of it. The guards had a regular routine, so it was easy to observe when the gallery would not be watched. So this guy, Bernard Coy, began deliberately losing weight so that he could squeeze through the bars. So he went on a diet to get skinnier. He snuck through the bars, wiggled his way through, got the guns. The prisoners armed themselves. He set them free. They took several guards hostage. They demanded a boat to get them off the island. It became a shootout. The military came in to help the police and the guards, and they threw a bunch of grenades into the cell block that Coy and his gang took over, set the whole place on fire. It was a big battle. After 3 of the ringleaders died, they finally gave up the struggle. 2 guards were killed, 14 were injured. It was a 2-day-long siege called the Battle of Alcatraz. That would have been fun to observe from like the San Francisco hills, to go out there with binoculars and just watch like the prisoners taking over the entire thing. Like you're watching a movie in real life, Michael Bay movie.
How close would you want to get to a battle?
Not very close, but apparently that shit happened back in the Civil War. Like
People would just go watch.
They would take picnic blankets out to Gettysburg or to Bull Run, and they'd set up and they'd wait for the battle to start. Then the cannonballs start flying, the musket balls start flying, and then everyone panics. They're like, "Oh fuck, this is a bad idea," and they get out of there.
If I knew I was a safe distance away, like,
would you watch a war?
For 20 minutes.
I think I would watch a war too. Yeah. It'd be very scary.
What is wrong with y'all?
I mean, if you couldn't go anywhere,
you want to watch people die?
Not saying it's good.
No, I don't want to. But if there's a massive
you
battle
just said
happening,
I would watch a war. Nobody's gonna put a gun to your head and say you got to watch this war, dog.
You wouldn't be.
We watch war on TV every day.
You wouldn't be interested
It's
to
a
see what's going on.
movie.
No, we see footage of like people getting blown up.
Yeah, that's horrible. I choose not to watch that.
Yeah, you're probably right.
No,
Y'all
don't
are
backtrack.
bugging.
Don't let him.
I mean, he's probably right.
Don't let him be. Would Jesus watch a war, Big T?
Nobody's saying it's good.
Sidestep that landmine.
Maybe to note it down for history. I'd watch it as a historian, and then
you're
I'd
a
take
journalist.
Yeah, I'd take notes, copious
That's
notes.
crazy. Y'all are bugging.
I would just go out there and be like F-15 EX.
I had a plane question for you recently, and I
shit.
don't remember what it was.
Okay.
Yeah. Doesn't do a lot of good, but I did have a question that I have since forgotten.
Okay. Well, if you remember it, let me know.
I will.
Is the amount of planes going down commercially out of the norm of what planes usually do?
Well, globally, because it hasn't just been in the U.S. I'd say the last few months have been higher than normal, and it's been planes that have a decent number of people on them. There are plane crashes all the time across the world, but it's usually very, very small planes. But yeah, you had the one over the Caspian Sea, you had the one in Korea, you had the one in Washington D.C., you had the one up in Toronto recently.
And these are commercials. That's what I don't know. I mean, a lot of times. So anytime like media is like in an uproar about something, I'm usually skeptical. Just that's my natural reflex. And so like people are all up in arms about the planes, and I was like, is it because planes be crashing?
Right.
I don't know if it's out of the norm, if it's something alarming, or is it just, are we just products or subjected to the media's, propaganda?
No, plane crashes, generally speaking, plane crashes have gone way, way, way down. Because one thing I think the aviation industry does well is if there's any sort of an issue, they do a great job of finding out what the root cause was and then putting in some sort of procedure or making some sort of change to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I think that it's safer to fly than it has been, but recently there have been more commercial accidents.
I'm gonna take your word for it.
Yeah. So according to this one article, the number of fatal accidents nationwide in January could tie with 2022 for the safest January on record. But that also means that it's less safe than 2023 and 2024.
Wait, what?
January 2022 was the safest January on record.
And you just said this January would tie it.
Yes, it could, but that also means that 2023 and 2024 was less safe.
Well, every other January ever would be less safe.
Yeah, but you hit your peak 2022 and then you went down. Now you're back up again. I don't know the answer. I think historically speaking, it's probably safer to fly than it ever has been, but there have been some big ones.
When them planes was, I think it's probably like 2-3 weeks ago. I checked tickets and they were cheap as fuck. I don't know if they're back, but they were so cheap though. Like first class flight. Cause I was remember when I was
Gonna go to New York.
Flying, I was supposed to go to New York, but thank God this podcast exists, or else I'd have been in New York sitting doing nothing.
Was that on the show, or did we cut that?
I think it was after.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Recorded.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, I was supposed to go to the TGL League, and it was Jupiter versus New York. And for some reason, I thought it was in New York. I was literally about to book my flight, and you're like, I think this is in Florida. Thank God for y'all. But anyway, so I was looking at flights. Then it was like first class from Houston, $400. Crazy.
I'm gonna see what flights are to Houston this weekend. UT's playing baseball there. Should I come down?
Come through, bro. What's up?
Will you go?
If Big T's in town, I'm coming.
All right.
Pause.
Hey yo.
Hey.
Hey yo.
Oh, you can't hey yo it. I paused it before. You know what I'm saying? We had a chance to hey yo it, dog.
So in the early days of Alcatraz, when it was a fort, the people that it would put in prison, usually people from the U.S. military. They also had some Civil War sympathizers or supporters. They put some conscientious objectors during World War I there, and Native Americans. And also, they would put men in there for being gay. So in February 1918, the Army learned that the Presidio of San Francisco was home to men who had sex with other men. So they investigated a civilian posing as a soldier. Military police became aware of 2 houses on Baker Street where men were gathering with and engaging in sexual relations with other men. The military police lacked jurisdiction to, not sure to do what. So they contacted the San Francisco Police Moral Squad, and they put the houses under surveillance. On February 16th, officers raided the homes. They called it the Siege of the 2 Flats, and over the next 10 days, men were detained in the 2 flats for questioning. Anyone who showed up there was held. All the men were questioned until they signed confessions, gave the names of friends, and surrendered personal letters and address books. 11 men got arrested. A second wave of arrests soon followed, based on information divulged by the detained men. All in all, 30 civilians and 6 soldiers found themselves behind bars. The 6 soldiers spent 5 months incarcerated in Alcatraz, awaiting their court-martial. The men called themselves temperamental and queer. They spoke candidly of knowing of this identity from a young age. During the interrogation, Laurel Yeamans said that he had been temperamental ever since I can remember. Upon being asked about his temperamental inclinations, Garwood Simmons said, I knew inherently that I had some spirit in me that wanted to come out. John Bosworth said, this temperamental character is or was very largely something natural, a condition of mine, which I was in no ways responsible, something born. So they found the 6 soldiers guilty on various charges. The men were dishonorably discharged, forfeited pay. 5 were sentenced to be confined at hard labor. The sentences ranged from 2 to 10 years for being gay in San Francisco. Pretty crazy. You know what? This will cure you. You like you like sleeping with other dudes? How are you gonna like prison, buddy? You think of that one? Not so funny now, is it?
They didn't think that one.
They didn't think that one through. No, it was probably pretty bad. Going to jail was probably not fun for them, but still.
That's wild though. And then San Francisco's like one of the gayest cities of all time now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So apparently some of the inmates liked Alcatraz. Like we talked about earlier, how it's a single cell. You didn't have a roommate. A lot of people like that. Probably for security, probably just for privacy. Some people like the single cell. And apparently the food was so good that prisoners actually requested to be transferred there.
Wow.
Yeah, the cuisine was the best in the federal prison system. They had grilled sausages, Swiss steak, spare ribs, stuffed peppers. One of the menus that they found from the 1940s had bacon jambalaya, pork roast with all the trimmings, beef pot pie anglaise.
I would imagine, while most things about being in prison 60, 70 years ago were way worse than now,
Mm-hmm.
I bet the food was better.
You think it was cleaner?
Yeah, I bet it was just
actual ingredients.
more real shit that, now they're trying to just as cheap as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I bet it was better back then.
You're probably right. It was like free range chicken, not because
Yeah.
free range was even a thing. It's
That's
just
just
that
what it was.
how you made chickens.
Yeah,
You just had chickens outdoors.
right.
A cow that probably got slaughtered recently. Not a lot of. It was hard to find a freezer. Also, probably yes, food quality might have been higher. Also, the likelihood of the food being like rancid meat or spoiled also probably higher
Yeah, maybe.
because of storage. But I hear what you're saying. So they also had hot showers. So authorities thought that by allowing the prisoners to enjoy hot water, they would be less inclined to try escaping through the freezing waters of the bay. They wouldn't be acclimated.
Look how good you got it.
And it probably also kept the inmates' HRV levels way down because taking cold showers, apparently, that spikes it in the morning.
I know what that is, but why don't you tell everybody else?
HRV, heart rate variability, it measures the difference in time between each of your heartbeats. And apparently, if you have very low variability, it means that you're not as healthy overall.
Interesting.
Don't ask me why. And then I've just heard guys like Huberman saying, first thing you do when you wake up in the morning, go stare at the sun and dip into a cold plunge. Not actually stare at the sun, but get sunlight on your skin, in your eyes. So yeah, they thought that if they gave them hot showers, they would feel the water of the bay and be like, fuck this, I'm not going in there. And if you were good, you could get privileges. You could work on the island. You could play music like Al Capone. They had softball out there, so you could play ball with the fellas. Besides the fact that you're around violent criminals, Alcatraz just seems like extended summer camp. Doesn't it?
Food cracking.
Yeah, good food. You got the band going.
Do they have softball in prison still?
I doubt it.
I don't know that I've heard of that.
My guess is they probably don't let you use bats.
You would think.
That would be the one thing. Yeah. Like kickball, maybe. I could see kickball
I was a menace at kickball.
where it would just
Dude,
toe it.
I was an animal.
I can see that. I can see you stepping up there, just straight ahead, towing the middle of the ball.
Why do you presume that I kicked it inefficiently?
No, that's a very efficient way to kick a kickball sometimes.
I couldn't tell you how I kicked it. I just remember that it was dingers every time.
Yeah. What position did you play?
Probably first.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. You were the Ryan Klesko of kickball.
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn, I miss kickball, man.
Yeah, kickball was fun.
The fact that we've never played kickball here is crazy.
It is insane, yeah. Kickball
We need to get on that.
I played a little bit when I was like right after college. You know, you move to a new city, join local rec sports league. Did that. That was a lot of fun.
I've got a buddy that's still doing kickball leagues.
Still to this very day.
Yeah.
Really?
At some point,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
With the red ball?
I've never seen him play, but I presume, yeah.
Man, just that sound. I can hear the sound right now.
Yeah, it's a nice... I don't even know how to describe it.
A boing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's a good one. We got to play kickball here.
I agree. What were your rules at throwing at someone's head?
Encouraged, I believe.
Thank you. Thank you.
He said encouraged.
I don't know that there was any rule against throwing it anywhere.
Yeah, I never heard that.
We tried to institute a no headshots policy at my school.
That's dumb.
It is dumb.
I'm sure the teachers may have done that. I don't
They
know.
might have, and it's just like being in the NFL where the game happens at such a high
Right.
speed that if you're actually hitting, like you can't try to hit somebody in the head in kickball.
You've consented to bullets flying once you're out there.
Agreed. And like I remember there was a kid that used to slide, and one time I hit him in the head as he slid, and then he got up and started crying and complaining that I hit him in the head. It's like, dude, you just
What a bitch.
it's Patrick Mahomes.
Yep, that's kickball, brother.
Like I'm coming in like was it Al Shahir?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm coming in with bad intentions, but under the legal aspect of the sport, which is I'm going to get you out, but you're going to feel that I got you out. And then he slides, puts his head down into the line of fire, bang bang play. All of a sudden, I'm kicked out for targeting. It was bullshit.
Tough.
Why are you sliding in kickball anyway, bro?
I'm trying to avoid this cannon.
Boy, got no wheels. That's what it is.
That's true. Yeah, Arian, I bet you would hit some balls that got like barely to the outfield and then just do an inside the park home run, and they try to hit you like 6 times and miss.
Wow. I was a dog. Stealing bases, dog.
Yeah.
Can you steal bases in elementary school kickball?
Hell yeah. What?
How would they get you out? They can't pick off.
You got to throw it. Throw it to the base, right? Am I bugging?
I don't know. I don't have enough of a recollection to dispute it.
I remember. Yeah, because I think because people play bases, and so there was a first, second, third, and you throw it to because you rolled it. You didn't kick it to the person you kicked it. You would roll it.
Right, but you'd make the catcher throw you out at second base.
Right, but there's no chance of getting you out.
Maybe it's like softball rules, like you can't leave until
I might be missing.
they roll it.
Until
the pitcher rolls it,
or until it crosses home plate.
Yeah, something
have
like
to
that.
wait. Yeah. By the way, nobody has ever waited for the ball to cross home plate in kickball.
No.
You're always a good 3-4 feet minimum ahead of
We
home.
gotta play kickball. I'm clamoring now.
Can we do it indoors? I feel like it might be too small to do in this gym.
Like our court's probably a little too small, but like we could do it.
Yeah, you could.
I
Did you
feel
ever
like
play
if home plate is right in front of the golf simulator,
We could do it.
you can do it like
We're
that.
going to do it at summer camp this year. How about that?
Okay.
Oh, that's perfect.
But that's so far.
Yeah.
Big T won't have a broken elbow this time.
Yeah. This will be my first. First Barstool summer camp, that is.
There was also a native takeover of Alcatraz. So Native Americans used to be incarcerated there, late 1800s. And then in 1969, Native American activists occupied Alcatraz Island for 2 years. 2 years because there was a treaty signed in 1868 called the Treaty of Fort Laramie, and it granted unoccupied federal land to Native Americans. So now that the prison's gone, that's unoccupied federal land. The natives were like, this is ours now. So there were nearly 100 Native American activists. They took over the island in 1969, and they took a boat to get near the rock. Then they swam ashore. They claimed Alcatraz by right of discovery. The protesters demanded the deed to Alcatraz. They wanted to establish a university and a cultural center there. They offered to purchase the island for $24 in glass beads and red cloth. That was the same price paid for Manhattan in 1626. So right off the bat, the public was behind the natives. Thousands of people went out there, including celebrities, hippies, school children, and Hell's Angels. They went out to the island over the next 18 months, but the small Native American leadership group could not control the situation, and there was a lot of damage that took place out there, including a fire that destroyed the lighthouse keeper's home, the warden's home, and the officers' club. Federal marshals removed the last of the protesters in June 1971. Some of their graffiti is still there. And when the National Park Service rebuilt an Alcatraz water tower, it made sure to repaint the red graffiti that read, "Peace and freedom, welcome home of the free Indian land." So that got taken out too. All in all, I wouldn't mind spending like a week in Alcatraz.
A week?
Yeah, a week. Under the
How
old
many-
conditions.
What was the prison population? Like, how many people was there?
200, around 270.
That's doable.
Yeah, it's like a small high school.
Yeah.
I wonder if they had
That's a really small high school.
Yeah, if they had superlatives.
That'd be cool.
Most outgoing.
Yeah, best swimmer. Worst swimmer.
Shout out to Alcatraz.
Shout out Alcatraz. All right. Well, today's episode was brought to you by our good friends over at Stella Blue Coffee. This year's motto is Better Brew, Better You. At Stella Blue Coffee, we believe good coffee is one of life's non-negotiables. It's time to stop drinking those boring, tasteless big coffee beans. Turn to Stella Blue instead. Stella Blue Coffee's delicious roasts are available in cold brew, K-Cups, ground, and whole bean formats. They seamlessly fit into your morning coffee routine, and every bag sold helps save dogs. Stella Blue is proud to have helped save over 1,000 dogs from rescue to adoption. Enjoy Stella Blue Coffee. Use the QR code on the screen. or visit stellabluecoffee.com. Use promo code MACRO for 20% off orders of $25 or more, or find them on Amazon for next day delivery. Great purpose, better coffee, Stella Blue.
And that was Alcatraz with the boys and ladies. Good talk, good stuff. Wild about MGK, by the way. I didn't know that he stole that whack ass name, but shout out to him for getting bodied by Eminem. Yeah, we'll see y'all next week. And yeah, like we said, like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do, man. Show us love. Happy birthday to Macrodosing and all the Macrodosians out there, man. It's been 4 years. Good ride. And we'll see y'all on the next revolution.